There are many fictional characters that I would love to smell like. I want to smell like Arwen from Lord of the Rings. I also really want to smell like Yennefer from The Witcher. And if you're a fan of The Witcher and if you're a fan of perfume, it's likely you've been advertised one particular perfume time and time again. It's called Lilacs and Gooseberries by Shay and Blue, and I've had this advert come up about 1,000 times for me. And I have wanted to get it for so long, but there's always been a reason. It was out of stock, it was on pre-order, I just couldn't afford to get it at that time. And so on Sunday night, on a whim, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna get some of their perfumes. I really want to try them out. I want to see what it's all about. And one of these is Lilacs and Gooseberries. And can you tell me which one you think Lilacs and Gooseberries is? Is it one of these purple ones? No, it's this one. Why this one? Lilacs, purple. Yennefer, purple. You're gonna put the others in purple packaging, but you're gonna put Lilacs and Gooseberries in blue? Green? Turquoise? Whatever this colour is. Feels wrong, okay, it feels wrong. But we're going to sit down and we're going to smell them all. And I got quite a few. I got 3 of their 10 mils. I've got another 2 10 mils in here. And then I also have a sample. So let's give them a sniff. I'm curious. So the sample I got was white peaches. I then have, what's this one? Violet Tabac, because I desperately want to smell like Parma Violet, and I'm hoping this is going to achieve that goal. I got Tonka Angelica because it sounded like it would be amazing. I got Lilacs and Gooseberries for obvious reasons. I then got this Christmas cracker looking thing. I have to figure out how to open this. Huh? Oh! Okay, figured it out. Ugh. So this one contains black tulip, which I really wanted to try, and also Melrose apple blossom, which just sounds incredible, right? I think that sounds incredible. So just like with Heretic Parfum, I think I need to go from my least excited to my most excited. And so for that, I think we're going to be starting with the Melrose Apple Blossom. It sounds like it would be incredible, but it also sounds very light and floaty. I'm also, though, really curious to see what the bottles look like. So these were actually really affordable. I think 3 of the 10 mils was £30, which when you think about how much samples usually are, normally a 2 mil sample is about £5-6. Oh, that's really pretty. Wait, that's really nice. So I thought these were ridiculously good value, all things considered. Okay, I need some spray sheets. I gotta spray these. That smells so good. Show me what you got. I love these pumps, by the way. These are gorgeous. They're like super sturdy glass with a metal cap. So high quality. Ooh, oh. That is a beautiful fine mist. Oh my God, that's incredible. Okay, that's bright, it's fresh, it's a little bit bitter. Ooh. Okay, so Shay and Blue describe themselves as being genderless fragrance. And I can definitely see that with this one. I don't feel as though there's any real restrictions on who would be able to carry this off. It's quite bright, it's fresh, it's sweet, but not like cherry sweet. Like, it's not cloyingly sweet. It's lighter, it's fresher than that. It's really nice. Like, this is something that I would wear on a spring day if I was going out somewhere nice. I don't necessarily want something super duper heavy per se. I would want something that's quite daytime fresh. It's very fresh, but quite floral in a subtle way. Oh, that's really, really nice. Okay, I'm going to put that one there. I'll come back to that one later. Melrose Apple Blossom is described as a effort let's go fragrance designed for life. Dancing blossoms spiked with Moorish salted toffee apple, sharp lemon bamboo, and cool chilled amber. A fun and frivolous fragrance that's all apples and no apps. I can see that. I can definitely see that. It's nice, it's fresh, it's fruity, it's very playful. I can imagine just off that description, this is probably going to be the most playful, light-hearted of all of them. It's nice. I like the sharpness of the apple in there. It's lovely. The next one I wanted to try is another one that I didn't really have super high hopes for, just because it's not one that I would have necessarily chosen myself in a full 10ml size. I was given an option of some samples, and a lot of the sample options were ones that I'd already purchased, so I ended up going with White Peaches. Now, I love the smell of peach, so I'm hopeful that this is going to be that summery, light fragrance I really, really want it to be. These are all made of glass, just like a lot of the other samples we've tried. So let's give this a go. That smells like peach iced tea. Oh, I love peach iced tea. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, that's really, really nice. It could very easily be considered like a peachy alcoholic drink as well. It's that kind of fruity, summery, daytime light. That is way nicer than I thought it was going to be. This one is a little bit more feminine than the Melrose Apple Blossom one was. So obviously anybody can wear whatever they want, but some things are going to have more of that vibe to them. But that one is gorgeous. I would definitely wear that. Like, there are some perfumes in my collection now, like Nosferatu from Heretic, that I don't consider to be that wearable. This is wearable. Like, wearable. You would probably get compliments on it. Wearable. Is described as being Prosecco O'Clock. White peaches is the essence of summer. Delicate peach, elderflower, and silver birch. A clean, bright, beaming fragrance. Spritz on and enjoy the sunshine. And yeah, it's very light, it's very bright, it's very floral. And I did say it smells almost like an alcoholic drink. It smells like a peach syrup in an alcoholic beverage. Or in a peach tea, in my case, because peach tea is by far superior. Lovely. Really nice, very bright and fresh. We then have Tonka Angelica. This is actually not one I was planning on getting. I was flicking through the options, and when I saw the picture for this and I saw the notes for it, I knew I had to try it because I really like Tonka. It's something I use a lot generally, but in fragrance, I think Tonka's such a lovely smell. Wait, that's so nice just in the bottle. Okay, that is a lot darker than some of the other ones by Shay and Blue I've tried so far. Ooh, it is that like date night, moody evening perfume kind of a feel to it. It's not fruity at all. It's a little tiny bit floral, but it's very sweet. Almost in the black cherry vanilla vein when it comes to how sweet it is. That is exactly the kind of thing I would wear on a day-to-day basis. Like, I would put that in my bag to go out and about with so that I can do extra sprays throughout the day. It is that kind of perfume where it would work really well with a cherry perfume. If you already have something like Pretty as Poison from Cursed Fragrances, I can imagine this would pair so nicely with it. It's got that same sweet, sultry feeling to it, but it just isn't as fruity. So I feel like anybody could get away with wearing this. It is rather sweet though, so you would definitely need to like sweet perfumes. Oh, that is gorgeous. Okay, that's my number one so far. Spoiler for everybody, that's my number one so far. So for Tonka Angelica, they say, a fragrance so good it should be illegal. A tale of angels and demons. Sweet and heavenly Angelica plays devilishly with the sensuous notes of osmanthus, while heliotrope and tonka sweep you away with creamy almond and vanilla. Yeah. It's very strong. That almond vanilla tonka is very, very heavy to start off with. I'd love to see what comes through though as it's being worn. Does it get a little bit greener, a little bit softer, or does it stay that like really, really punchy vanilla? It is beautiful. So the next one is Violet Tabac. Tabac. Honestly, I have no idea how to say that. I'm just gonna smell it. I'm not here to pronounce it, I'm here to smell it. Now, I really wanted to get a violet perfume, and I want to smell like Parma violets. Parma violets are my favourite sweets known to mankind. I love them, and I love violet fragrances. I wanted to try it to see if it was as violet-y as I'm hoping it will be. I'm gonna be honest and say it probably won't live up to my expectations, but I'm still hopeful. Okay, ooh, this one's different. Okay, so all of the others so far have had white labels. This one has a black and gold label. That's interesting. Okay, I don't know what the difference is. I'm assuming there must be like a different range that this is a part of. Maybe the darker fragrances are in a different range. I don't know. Right, okay. It smells like Parma violets. It smells like Parma violets. It smells like Parma violets. Oh my god, I can smell like the best sweet on earth. And if anybody debates me on that, you're going to lose, okay? Because Parma violets are incredible and nobody can convince me otherwise. That smells exactly. And I don't just mean a little bit. I mean, that smells legitimately like you've crushed up a pack of Parma violets and you open the packet and the dust hits you in the face. And it smells like Parma violets. That is everything I could have ever wanted out of this perfume and more. I genuinely thought I was going to be let down and say that that doesn't smell anything like violet. It's perfect. It's perfection. If you've ever wanted to smell like a pack of Parma violets, this Violet Tabac by Shay and Blue smells spot on. Like, you could have rolled in Parma violet powder and I would believe you because that's how good this smells. Okay. This might be one of my favourite perfumes I have ever owned. Ever. Oh my god. Okay. I've got to stop smelling it. I've got to smell the others. I can't just keep smelling that, but I really, really want to. This is how they describe Violet Tabac. Dare to break free from conventions with Violet Tabac's bold blend of violet petals and earthy tobacco. Hints of ginger and bourbon vanilla add irresistible depth, making every spritz a fearless celebration of individuality, perfect for laid-back hangouts or late-night mischief. I feel like the tobacco and the vanilla kind of get lost in this. I think it's just very, very violet heavy, but I think it could probably wear really nicely on the skin. I will give that a go anyway, because I bet this is going to smell incredible. But I lose some of the plum, tobacco, sandalwood, freesia, tobacco flower, and I just get violet, at least straight away. So this is Black Tulip, and just the name and the imagery on the website immediately drew me in. I like sort of darker, more mysterious fragrances. We are back to a clear label. So the Violet Tabac had a black label. We're back to having a white label again. Give it a sniff, give it a sniff. Oh, okay. Not what I was expecting at all. It smells very medicinal. And that's not a negative, per se. It's just an observation. Okay, it is quite dark, it is quite mysterious. It's a little bit more old-fashioned than a dark cherry perfume, for instance. So if you're expecting this to be like Pretty as Poison, sweet and dark and mysterious, it isn't. It's quite floral, as you might expect. Tulip. It is quite sweet. So it's almost got that like medicinal feel to it, but it is lovely. It's like a very, very dark, sweet floral. So this is another one where I feel, while all of Shay and Blue's fragrances are very unisex, whoever can wear it whenever you fancy, I do feel as though this one is probably a little bit more for that dark feminine energy. Doesn't matter who you are, if you have that dark feminine energy, this one might be for you. It's moody, it's mysterious, it's dark floral, it's sickeningly sweet, like cloyingly, medicinally sweet, which I love. I think that the Violet Tabac one that we tested, I think that that one could get a little bit too much. It could be a little bit headache-inducing if you were to wear it all day, every day. This one I could wear every day. Black Tulip is described as being decadent as is deadly. Oriental plum flirts with creamy white chocolate and wood, contrasts with fresh cyclamen with sensual undertones, a day-to-night fragrance, pleasure, and perfection. And yeah, I can definitely see that. The white chocolate is the super sickly sweet that I'm getting. It's lovely. Yeah, absolutely love that one. Lilacs and Gooseberrys. This is the one. I've got my hopes up for this one so bad. Same white label as before. Okay, I'm not getting anything out of that. Oh, please be nice, please be nice, please be nice. I've been looking at this for so long. Please transport me into The Witcher, please. Oh, okay, yeah, it is kind of what I was expecting. So gooseberries are very, very bitter, and you do get a lot of that bitterness. So it's very light and it's very bright. It's quite sharp and quite bitter. It's got a light floral to it. So it's not all bitter. There is a level of soft, delicate sweetness to it. But the lilacs are definitely taking a back seat to me to the gooseberry. The gooseberry is like punching me in the face. I'm expecting though that as it sits for a while, it's gonna start coming forwards a little bit more with that lilac. At least I'm hoping, because at the minute, to me, this one isn't that wearable. So I've had this sitting for a little bit and it is still very gooseberry heavy. So it's quite sharp, it's quite bright. It's definitely a daytime fragrance. It's not all what I was hoping for, but it's definitely what I was expecting. The gooseberry definitely takes over in this one. So if you like perfumes that are a little bit bitter, very bright, very fresh, very daytime, they kind of wake you up. If you like perfumes like that, I think you would really like this one. If you, like me, prefer the darker, the cherries, the dark florals, the heavier, more cloying gourmands, then I don't think this one is going to be for you, which is such a shame because I had so many hopes for this. But I'm still glad that I gave it a chance. And getting the 10ml was definitely the right decision. I would never want to blind buy a perfume ever again. I've made that mistake before. So I like the fact that they do offer the 10ml. And these are really affordable. So it doesn't make me feel so bad about getting a 10ml and not liking it, because I still love having this in my collection simply for its relation to The Witcher. So Lilacs and Gooseberries is described as being nightmare dressed as a daydream. A twisted and addictive, juicy floral. Obsessive lilacs open to the thrill of dark demons, twisted with sharp gooseberries drenched in juice, finishing this intoxication with smooth white amber. That sounds absolutely incredible. I have to admit, the smell is a little bit too sharp for me to get all of that, but I think it will develop and grow on the skin. So I'm definitely going to try all of these on the skin, and then I'll probably come back and give my updated review of each of them. But it's lovely. And also, I like the Halsey song reference in that. Nightmare dressed as a daydream from her song Nightmare. I don't know if they intended to do that or not, but it's in there anyway. So I have 6 of the Shay and Blue fragrances in my collection, and I thought it was time to rank them all. Which one's my least favourite, which one is my favourite, and maybe that will give you an idea of which ones you would prefer based off the perfumes that you prioritise. Now, I know there's lots of different ways to rank, but for me, wearability is really, really important. If something gives me a headache or it's too story-focused and it just doesn't smell good on me, then I'm not going to put it as high as a perfume that does smell really nice, that's maybe less story-focused. That's just the way that I prefer things because I like my perfumes to be wearable, but let's start from the bottom to the top. Now, the bottom spot, you might be surprised, you might be expecting it to be Lilacs and Gooseberries. It actually isn't. It is Melrose Apple Blossom. It smells really lovely. It's fresh, it's bright, it's clean, it's daytime, it's lovely. But there is something in this that is starting to give me a bit of a headache. And it was the exact same with one of my other perfumes in my collection. I had to give it away. It just gave me such a bad headache. It makes this not super wearable for me. I need to feel comfortable having it on all day. It's very light, it's very bright, it's very lovely. I think my mum would love this. For me, not for me, really. Next, we have White Peaches. It's very light, it's very bright, it's floral, it's fruity, it's lovely, and I think it would smell incredible on somebody else. I just think it's too light for me. I think it's too bright of a floral. I need something just a bit darker. I need something to be a bit moodier. This is a bit too cheerful. It sounds like a weird thing to say, but this is a bit too cheerful for me. Lovely, but not for me. Number 4 is Lilacs and Gooseberries. I love the story behind it. I think it's really, really interesting to be able to smell at least close to what Yennefer smells like. It's very bitter, it's very harsh in a way, but I think it actually fits me better than the Apple Blossom and the White Peaches because it is just a bit odd. It's not what you would expect, and it smells like something I've experienced in my life. It smells like something, and I have no idea what it is. It's interesting and it would get people talking. And I know I just said that perfumes have to be wearable, but this one is wearable in a weird way. It just isn't as dark as I would like it to be. In at number 3 is Violet Tabac. I know. I thought this would be number 1 too. I thought as soon as I smelled it and it smelled like Parma Violets, I thought this would be number 1. And don't get me wrong, I love the fact that it smells like Parma Violets. Is it weird to say that it almost smells too much like Parma Violets? Like, I now have a perfume that smells like Parma Violets. but I feel like I would have to layer it with other things because it's a bit too one note. It's straight up Parma Violet. Like there's nothing else that I can smell in there except Parma Violet. And while that is incredible, I would want to be layering it with some of the others. I'd maybe want to be layering it with Tonka Angelica or with Black Tulip. I'm just looking at the ones in front of me to really add a bit more depth into it. Otherwise, I think it would just be a bit too much. And I think it would confuse people as well. I think people would genuinely assume that you were just stuffing your pockets full of Parma Violets. It's lovely, but I would need to layer it. It's definitely that kind of a fragrance. Second place, drum roll, Tonka Angelica. This is beautiful. It's dark, it's sweet, it's very gourmand, it's sickening in a way. It is that vanilla cocoa body butter kind of a feeling. Really, really like this one. It wouldn't necessarily be my go-to, like if I was to choose between them, I wouldn't necessarily pick this one up first, but if this was in a bag and I just needed something on the go, a bit of a spritz round and I would be happy and I would smell lovely. And that's the thing, I feel like this is rather universal. It isn't super duper feminine, it's not super duper masculine. It is that vanilla Tonka cocoa butter kind of a feel that I feel a lot of people can pull off really easily. It's the kind of perfume where if your friend said, hey, do you have a perfume I can wear? I've got a date tonight, and they were to put this on, it would smell flattering on everybody. And I feel as though this Tonka Angelica mixed with this Parma Violet could make the Parma Violet one smell a little bit richer and have a little bit more complexity to it. This is a bit too one note. This is much more dynamic in the way it smells. So this one, the Tonka Angelica, is just a little bit higher. And then number one has to be Black Tulip. It was the one that I expected to like the most, actually. It smells rich, it's sweet, it's quite sickeningly sweet in a way. I feel like you would probably describe it as a floral gourmand. Is that even a thing? I don't know. It's very dark feminine. It's sultry. It's you're going on a date night and you want your date to smell you for hours afterwards. It is gorgeous. It's very much my kind of a perfume. It's much more complex than some of the others, and I would grab this one all of the time if I could, and I probably will because now I have it, so I can. Now, what I will say about Black Tulip is it weirdly smells a lot to me like Till Death from the Society of Alchemists. I wear this one all of the time, and it's that same kind of dark, floral, sweet, sultry perfume. I'm just going to use this because I've run out of strips. Yeah, it is that same kind of like sweet, dark fragrance. And I love Till Death, but I'm going to be honest. I think Black Tulip smells nicer to me. It does. Black Tulip to me smells nicer. So these are all the samples that I have from Shay and Blue right now. And I would actually consider getting some more. They're lovely. Sure, not all of the ones I tried I would wear on a daily basis, but they're really, really good fragrances either way. I think all of them are wearable, which is something that I can't necessarily say for some of the more unusual perfume houses, where a lot of them are more story focused and they're not quite as wearable day to day. I think all of these are wearable. Like, I know there's so many people in my life would love to wear Melrose Apple Blossom, or they would love to wear Lilacs and Gooseberrys. It might not be something that I would wear every single day, but they are still beautiful fragrances. They're a little unusual, but they're not so unusual they're unwearable. And the ones that I really like, I really, really like. Black Tulip, gorgeous. Tonka Angelica, gorgeous. Violet Tabac, gorgeous. And you can actually tell a lot by the images on their website. If you look at the website, each perfume has an image that's associated with it. And that imagery really, really connects with what it smells like. It's weird, I don't know how to describe it, but they've managed to encapsulate what it smells like in those pictures. So if you think the picture looks really, really good, you're probably going to like the fragrance too. If you think that the picture looks too bitter or too harsh or too citrusy, then the perfume's probably going to be like that as well. I like the fact that the imagery very much carries the story of that fragrance because it gives you an immediate indication of whether or not it's going to be something that you like. What am I going to wear today? I mean, I've already filmed a main channel video today, so now I'm free. I can go outside if I want to. Ooh, what am I going to choose today? Do I go with lilacs and gooseberries? Ooh, Parma violets. Oh no. Decisions. I think it's either lilacs and gooseberries. It's really nice. It's really nice. Or black tulip. You know what? We're going to finish this off with the one that I wanted to try from the very, very start. Lilacs and gooseberries. Oh, the spray on it is gorgeous. That is so... I can taste it. I can taste it. I can taste it. It don't taste very nice. One word of advice. Don't breathe in and talk after you've sprayed it. Oh my god, that's a lot. That's intense. Not in terms of fragrance, in terms of the fact that it tastes so awful. I promise I did learn a long time ago that perfume doesn't taste nice. I just wasn't expecting to literally consume it. Oh my god. Okay, that was my poor life decision of the day. I'm gonna go. So yeah, super happy with these. Let me know if you've tested anything from Shay and Blue. Is there any that you get recommended? Any that you would love to try? Let me know down in the comment section. I've done a couple of videos on perfumes so far, so if you want to check them out, I've made a playlist. I'll leave it linked down in the description box. I'll probably have it on the end screen as well. If you did like this video, feel free to give it a like. It really means a lot to me. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to put them down in the comment section. And if you do enjoy the videos on this channel, feel free to subscribe. I have no idea when I'm going to be releasing the next one. This is very much a passion project channel for me, but subscribe and hopefully you'll be notified when the next one comes out. Okay, with that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye! Shuffle in diagonal. Why do I have the hoedown throwdown in my head? Pop it, lock it, polka dot it. Country-fi, then hip-hop it. Bird in the sky, then side. Zigzag, cross the floor. What is the full song? Pop it, lock it, polka dot it. Country-fi, then hip-hop it. Put your hawk in the sky. Move side to side. Jump to the left. Stick it, glide. That's what I remember. I remember the glide. Catchy.